Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. I think it's happening, but I'm Zoom stupid, so we'll see.
No, you got it. You
Okay.
got it.
It's recording. Awesome.
All right, cool.
Perfect. I want a copy of this, by the way, if that's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess let's just dive right into it. Where do you guys want to start on this? Obviously, we have to have a copy of like the PDF version of the book so we can upload it into KDP. So having your book in KDP and published through KDP is going to be like the first part.
Okay.
And a separate Kindle version too, right? At that same time?
Yeah. So you're going to upload the Kindle version and also the physical book.
Okay. Do you know if we need they make you do all of them, the EPUB and the Mobi file, for the Kindle? Or do they care? Or, I haven't done the KDP yet, so I don't know what they're...
Yeah, I think we can log right into KDP and kind of show you what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's see here.
Kelly, so if he talks through it, what we could do is afterwards take the recording and turn it into a checklist. Okay. And then that way we both don't have to sit and write. We'll be able to.
I'm such an old-time note taker,
Right.
Yeah.
So this is KDP,
Right.
KDP Amazon, right? And when you get in here, you can just add your books right here. So if you're doing your new book, it's pretty step-by-step, follow it.
Okay.
Put your book title in, series, author names, any other contributors, the description. The longer the description, the better, I think.
Okay.
And then some of your keywords here.
Okay.
But
I was going to ask, in your description, do you load it with keywords or it's not as important?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything should be long tail keyword,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Ideally. But most people are going to be searching for Rod's book by his name. So
Okay.
the keywords down here. But really, this part is going to be the biggest. You can only choose 2 categories
Okay.
when you select your books. And we can talk a little bit more about how we choose those categories. We kind of talked about it earlier, but I can show you on the KDP thing. But so in here, we'll go through and we'll find the categories that will most likely fit Rod's categories so that he can become the bestseller.
Okay.
For example, in real estate, there's a few different categories here. You can choose buying and selling homes in general, and those would be 2 categories. So only in here, you can only set 2 categories. But after you have your book uploaded, you can actually, and I can share this document with you, this bestseller strategy. It's basically upload your book to KDP, discover how many books an author is selling, which I believe you guys
tool.
Yeah, the cool tool. And then this link right here, when you click on this link, see if it'll let me just open it. Yeah, open link. This brings you to the Amazon author support. And like I said, I put the image right here for you. So if you have any questions, you can kind of see. But this is where you can select up to 10 categories. Which will
nice. Okay.
Yeah, it'll give you that competitive advantage to be able to, like our military house hacking book, we got #1 in 9 categories. So not only did we pick the right categories, we were able to do it in 9 out of the 10 categories.
Beautiful.
Instead of only being able to get it in the 2 categories.
So why doesn't everybody do that? What is it that they're just not aware that that's an option, or?
Exactly. Yeah. Most people only think that they can choose the 2 categories here.
Okay.
So with that link, you can actually select multiple categories.
Okay.
Books.
It's at like 7 days or something. Is that what you said last time? Like 7 days after it goes live, like give it some time to like show up, the Kindle and then email.
About 3 days. Yeah, 3 days, and then it's going to take them a couple of days to get back to you, 72 hours or so.
Okay.
So my books.
Okay, so you don't want to do that immediately.
There's just a few days.
Yeah, once your book's up there, you don't want to. When you send the email or you talk to them on the phone, like you can have them call you, but in order for you to update the categories, you're gonna want to email them, I believe.
Okay.
So browse categories.
Yeah, they probably need it in writing for something like that.
Exactly. And then I want to update my books, browse categories.
Cool.
Okay.
But you don't want to fuse the system before it's up there, right? Otherwise it'll be in purgatory.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to find the book.
Oh, okay.
So email them, and then email address, bam, and then your feedback, and just say, I'd like to be added to these categories. Okay. So now on the category side of things, that's kind of the next part. So in order to,
I'm sorry, I saw something that said series. Did you see that on that? How important is that when you're uploading the book in the KDP? If you can see, it's at the top. So it'd be like
series.
Yeah,
series.
Ooh,
not it's optional. So for me, like my first book, Serve to Win, was meant to be as a part of a series. Mm-hmm. Like it's 8 steps to making a living in a life, and each one of those steps is going to be broken down when I have more time, so we can talk for in each category.
Oh, so you can add it later, maybe if you need to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And then let me ask you this about the edition number. How do you think this applies to us? Because we have the 10 ISBN from brokers, but we never actually published on CreateSpace. We only ordered author copies. So should we say it's a second edition, even though it's on the cover of it? Do we need, and that's one question. Then the second one is, do we need to use a new ISBN number for that? Because it's going to change the page count and like everything that I put into Bokers, you know? So
Amazon will let you, if you're only publishing on Amazon, they'll let you actually grab like an ASIN number from them. But yeah, I may go edition 2 since it is a similar book. And again, it's not really going to affect anything, but.
He bought his own ISBNs, and correct me if I'm wrong here. I think if you get the ISBN from CreateSpace, that they're the publishing company,
okay.
Right? And it says, like, it used to say like CreateSpace, you know, inside your book, and so he bought his own to say Passion and Success Printing or something.
Okay, yeah, on the copyright page there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just not sure how this all works now that we didn't really have. You know, we didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think you don't have to use a new ISBN. You can use the same one since it wasn't actually published.
Yeah.
There's info inside Bokers, so we'll have to look at and see if we can edit because it won't match now, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on your copyright page is where you're going to end up putting.
Updated or whatever.
Whatever ISBN or version 2 and stuff like that.
Okay.
So do you guys get this part? Basically, first part, upload your book, and then we'll talk about the tool here in a second and how to add more categories, but then we have to choose the categories, right? So how do we choose the categories? That's
cool tool.
Yeah, I wish there was a simple way to do it, but it's just kind of like going to Amazon and then just do it this way.
Have you ever heard about putting competitors' names in your description, you know, in a way that makes sense for keyword richness and searchability?
Yeah, I think you could. I mean, like, if, for example, like, so this way. If we type in, like, Rock Leafy's ranking. So this is a different tool that I use for, like, AdWords. Yeah. But it'll tell you how many people are searching for a month for Rod. So you already got some traction there.
What's the $1.62? What's the
that's a fee that Amazon charges to run an ad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that tool is called Keyword Everywhere. If you guys, you ever want to use that tool.
I've got a cool one called Scope. It's by a company called Seller Labs.
Scope.
Yeah, it's a free Chrome extension, and what you do is you download it, and it'll give you data around how many units, how many competitors there are. I don't want to distract us, but I'll show you later what it'll do. But I have a pet product on Amazon, so I've done this quite a bit. I just haven't published a book here.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm interested in that. So that's great. I'm actually doing the Amazon FBA, so we should connect on that.
Oh, good. Yeah. Let me know how I can help.
So this one right here, this DS Amazon Quick View. Actually, I'll get a link for you guys. But as you saw here in a second, like this helps my job so much easier when we were talking about trying to find books before.
Mm-hmm. So
this extension, it tells you where books are ranked.
Mm-hmm.
So it tells you like, okay, this book is 348,000, 4 million, right? So it's just a much quicker than scrolling down and seeing where the books are. But so when you said we were talking about competitors' names, right? Like Rod wrote the foreword for our book.
Mm-hmm.
So when we type his name in, our book pops up. So yes, there are some benefits to jumping on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when we dive into it, when we're trying to find the books, basically what we're looking for is different categories. For example, like mortgages, buying and selling homes. So if we're looking at the buying and selling homes book, like it's going to tell us, like if we want to be in the buying and selling, or bestsellers in buying and selling homes, if we want to be the #1 bestseller in this category, we would look at the bestseller rank on this book, which is usually right here. I don't know why it's not there. I'm not sure why that one didn't show up.
It might be a weird copy or a version of it or something.
That's the audio.
Audiobook.
Audiobook.
Next to it's paperback.
Yeah. So let's just click on this one.
There you go.
This one's I'm surprised the other one's showing up, but this one's number 538 in the book category. So not the ebook category. The ebook category is a lot easier to capture it in. But in the book category, and that's why we kind of go after the ebook. It's much easier, but you need to sell 141 physical copies in a day in order to get the bestseller on the physical copy.
Okay.
So physical copy is a little harder to get than the ebook copy.
Okay.
Let's just kind of keep going through it here. So that's the books, and then where do I find it? Can I just search for ebooks? Kindle store. So in Kindle, or Kindle ebooks.
There you go.
There it is. Yeah, the way Amazon's set up, it doesn't always pop up this like search box thing on the left side, which.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, Kindle ebooks, business and money. I mean, we kind of went over it last time. I'll go back, so I'm not going too fast.
No, you're good.
We went over it, right? Arts and photography, it's probably not the right category. Maybe biographies and memoirs. Business and money, yes. Children's ebooks, maybe not. Comics, right? So all these different categories, we kind of scratched it. Yeah, so education's a maybe, right? And the way I typically do it is I basically just keep this calculator up and do it like this. So I keep this calculator up and I go, okay, business and money. That's a possible category. Biographies, maybe.
And then there's subcategories inside that, right? That are even easier.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what we're going to do. So basically, like, you kind of just crank through here and see which one? Nonfiction?
Nonfiction.
Yeah, good job. And that's kind of it. And then each one of these categories, like you mentioned, there are subcategories in it. So business and money has all these different subcategories.
Now, how many of that? Now, you're looking for keywords right now. Or you're looking for other categories to connect to.
This is looking for categories.
Okay.
Yeah, the keywords, like I said, aren't as critical as choosing the categories.
Okay.
Because the keywords are going to be more of your long-term organic,
Mm-hmm.
but on launch day, we want to make sure that we're in a category that we're able to dominate.
Okay. So from here, what would you pick? Probably entrepreneurship, education, business.
Well,
real estate.
Yeah, all these different things. And then you look in there with the calculator and make a list of what the easiest categories for us to
rank at.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we backtrack, and then we pick 2 the first time, and then we have our, what is it, 8 to 10? Was it 8? What was the number? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got it. You got it, Kelly. Great job. So yeah, you pick your 2 categories that you think are going to be your main ones, like the best options, and then you go back to this link right here.
Okay.
Click on this one. Yep. Oh. And then send the email and say the email saying, I'll just type it in here so we have it. So yeah, you just add your categories in there.
Okay.
When you do that. So going back to picking categories, this one has been a bestseller. Maybe I should read this book. But it's been up there for a while.
Silicon Valley startups, yeah.
Yeah. So this category, business and money, Kindle eBooks, business and money. Let's just see how competitive this one is so we can get an idea. So this is number 58 in the Kindle store. So Kindle, 58. You gotta sell a lot of books, right?
No problem.
And that's what, and that's why so many people aren't able to actually do this, is because without this information, what happens is
how would you ever know? Yeah.
Yeah. And now they're competing, and that's basically what happened to me on my first book. Like, I didn't really pick the categories. I just went in like, guns a-blazing and just advertised all day, and it was a marathon. But then after that, it got a lot easier. So
I bet.
All right, so let's just assume that we're probably not going after the business and money category. But let's see here. On this one, this is the, let's see here, which was this one?
I think we found some good ones last time we spoke too, so I'm sure I got a list somewhere.
Take a peek at those two. Yeah. So buying in. So when I get in here, what I usually do is I find the one that's like the best in this category, right? Number 1 in buying and selling homes. So in order for us to beat in this category, this buying and selling homes, it's this book right here.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 in buying and selling homes. That means we have, in order for us to outsell this book in the Kindle, 5,494. 5,494. So 25 books in a day. Yeah, that should be easy. Yeah. Like, I mean, that's a no-brainer.
But you have to do that every day, or how long do you have to do it to actually get ahead of it?
So the way Amazon ranks it is they update it every hour.
Okay.
Ish. Right now, it's not every hour on the hour. It's not, but it's, if you check in every hour, you'll likely be able to gauge it. So. So to answer your question, a bestseller is the bestseller at that moment in time, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Rob just try. So you're just wanting to try to hit it once?
Well, the idea is to ride it as long as you can, right?
Okay.
But you take screenshot when you get it, is that right? For the marketing, exactly. And then change up your cover and your copy and stuff? Well,
they average it. So to beat this one, for an example, say you did 26, the next day you did 24, the next day you did 28. Would they average it, or no, it's by hour? Okay.
Yeah, it's by hour. Yeah, so
wow.
Let's see.
Can you set up an alert if it happens?
I wish.
Yeah.
That's our $1 idea. Everyone
knows. So this book, like my 90-day planner, like I got all the way up to like the number 10 position, but I didn't have an ebook, so I was just shooting for like the So now it's like it's cranking down, but I pushed it, and then I just pretty much gave up on advertising. But it's just a 90-day planner, so I didn't really push it hard to make it a bestseller.
Sure.
Because I mean, what really it's just marketing. But I got all the way up to like the number 10 position, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then it started to trick the other way.
So are you buying ads on top of this strategy? No.
No.
All organic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think most of the stuff, so like on my Facebook page, the traffic here, it's right here, right, available now on Amazon.
Look at all your friends. Yeah.
So that way I'm still getting some traffic there, and then sending out emails and other different traffic forms like that, besides the organic stuff.
What do you think about Goodreads, getting on there and I saw that on some other published. Is that something that you think is worth it or no?
Yeah, I did it before. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, it's definitely suggested. And then here's another one that's really amazing for getting your books out there. Like once you have your Kindle version or whatever, this drafts to digital. They'll publish your book in like so many different locations. And now I don't know if Rod wants to make his book an Audible or anything like that.
He has. We have it.
Oh, it's already an Audible. Okay. So is it on Audibles yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We were going to do it all at the same time.
Yeah. So this site, acx.com, is where you can publish your audiobook to get it on.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
That all links to your Amazon page?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, do you sell anywhere else other than Amazon or no?
Yeah. So my book's in Barnes & Noble and stuff like that too.
Okay.
Oh, that's a question. What about the distribution channels and stuff? It gets a little tricky, right?
Yeah, I think you have to pay the difference in royalty if you want to promote it in other places. Yeah, so I got one of my books is here, the other one's getting uploaded right now. But yes, sold 44. It's not bad for Audible, I guess.
So we have to do the specific Kindle. We have to let KDP handle it, right? Like to do the promo for the 99 cents. So isn't that?
When you launch your book in KDP, that's when you're going to be able to change your price and everything like that on it. So let's see here, ebook. Yes, I'm selling the ebook. You can just edit your pricing right here. So on launch day, it's again, sometimes I've actually seen it recently where it's not allowing people to sell it for cheaper than $2.99 for a couple of people that I've been working with. But ideally you want to sell it for the 99 cents or as cheap as you can on the ebook on launch day. And then just tell people like, hey, look, for the next 48 hours, this is only happening until it's a bestseller. And after that, the price goes up. Or not even telling the bestseller, just tell them, 48 hours. And
so you're doing the ebook, you're doing the paperback or no? Physical book?
Yeah, so I launch them both.
You do, okay. And then the audio version.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you normally do all three at the same time or no?
No, the only two that I usually do is paperback and ebook.
And the ebook, okay.
And then I launched, people always ask about the audiobook, but the audiobook doesn't add to your bestseller rank.
Okay. Oh, it doesn't. Interesting.
I don't. Okay. Yeah. So if people buy a paperback, and I was testing this last time, is if they buy a paperback, it'll add to the ebook, but if they buy an ebook, it doesn't add to the paperback.
Oh, interesting.
So I've been trying to dabble with that to see if that's true or not. But it's from what I've seen, I've kind of seen like the rankings go up on the ebook based off paperback purchases.
Okay.
I'm sure maybe there's some more information out there, but that's kind of what I've been seeing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so we get those uploaded, put our keywords, get it live, pick our categories. So from a timeline, is a week enough? Is 2 weeks before we need this live? I mean, what kind of timeline should we expect or set for ourselves?
Yeah, so like I'll show you on the KDP side of things. So I have this book, Serve to Win, out there in paperback right now. But it's on a different, it's on Ingram Spark. But every time I try to publish it to Amazon, something comes up where it's like, oh, you have this blank content, or your cover design is 1/8 of an inch off, or please adjust your spine, and those kind of things, right? but it takes 24 hours for them to come back and let me know.
Oh.
And in this book, same kind of thing. Like I only launched it. I think I only launched it on, I just tried to launch them both at the same time. I just never got back to doing it. I just got lazy with it. So I'll have to redesign this book and do it again. This one went straight through in 24 hours. I was done. And the paperback on this one, same thing. Like this one, you can kind of see the cover on this side is black a little bit, and I don't know if I have a copy of it or not, but that's just on the image that they captured.
Oh,
but it's I don't know where. It's hidden here somewhere.
Now, is there a timeline from when you put it up there to when you have to hit a certain amount of sales to make it a bestseller? Nope. So say we put it up there 3 weeks before it goes live to the public, just to make sure it's ready to go. Mm-hmm. That's all okay?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that we'll have that luxury, but.
So I'm sorry, Mitch, so we can go through the whole process of it and see if it gets approved and then sit on the publish button?
It's funny because with my first book, I never published until like 48 hours ahead of time. Like I literally waited till like the last minute. And like I said, on this one, I had this one and Military House Hacking. We had the book up there for almost a week prior. We just didn't tell people. And then orders were coming in. They're like, and my friend ordered my, I think it was this book. He ordered it and sent me a picture. He's like, hey, I just got your book. And I'm like, dude, take that picture down. I'm trying to launch this thing. So yeah, I mean, it depends on your strategy. But I would say if it was me now with the information that I have, I would say launch it and then just tell people that you're doing a launch day, right?
Okay.
So the official launch day. So some people are going to go on there and start purchasing the book, and you're going to have a few people. And I mean, it's fine, but really what you want is you want to make sure that you're doing it on the day that because again, it's this part right here. You want to have all these sales in one day.
Okay.
So Rod, he's got a big mailing list, right? So Rod's got a big mailing list. He's got a big podcast.
Well, that's great information. I think we can take this and start creating a plan from it, kind of backing it down from the date we need it live. I mean, it's going to be important that we have this all done and ready to go before.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So this one right here, so this business money investing, what was it? I was investing here somewhere. Yeah, finding those categories is going to be investing basics. Is going to be important. How to be a real estate investor. So Kindle, #1 real estate investing Kindle store. So this book, you have to sell more than 1,000. So 110 books a day to be a bestseller in that category. Which one was that? The real estate investments. So to be the bestseller and invest in basics and real estate investments Kindle store, which again, I mean, at 99 cents, I'm confident. I mean, I've done it before. To be able to sell, more than 100 books in a day. Rod should be able to do the same thing. But yeah, in that one category, that investment basics, that's where you're going to want to be. You got to outsell this guy, number 1,223 in that category. So yeah, choosing the categories is going to be the most critical part.
So the whole idea of the launch week and stuff coordinates around that promo code time that you can do that, right? Where you're able to bring it down for 99 cents. Because like you said, they don't allow you to do that unless it's like a special promo.
No, I think you can launch it whatever. I mean, again, depending on the price that Amazon allows you to. It's not like a promotion period. It's you're choosing to launch it at a cheaper price. Like for example, the Millionaire Mindset, right? I only sold that book at 99 cents in the beginning, but now I sell that book for $7.99. unless you're, and the reason I sell it for $7.99 is because it's worth it, right? It's not a 99-cent book. The book in there, for $10, you're going to get a lot of ideas. So I sold it for 99 cents in order to get the bestseller. And then once it hit bestseller, then I raised the price up to the value that I wanted to sell the book at. Just because we're Kindle edition, right? $53 it sells the Kindle edition for.
Mm-hmm.
So you sell in the Kindle or paperback for $53. So it's whatever you want to sell it for. But in the beginning, that 99 cents it's much easier to get people to jump into it. Oh, Crushing is a good book. So so this is a good category. Commercial real estate.
Yeah.
I would put this one down. 10,000. So mortgages, commercial real estate. Yeah, definitely commercial real estate. Because you're gonna hit that. That's only gonna be like $3 a day. 15 a day. And then real estate investments, we want that category, right? Yeah. Let's see what this one is. No, that's a tough one. Yeah. That number one in real estate investments, you got to sell 150 books, but it's possible if you get everyone at the event to do it at the same time.
Is there any, so that's another thing. If we do that and we have like, let's say 400 people rush and download the Kindle version for 99 cents and then all leave reviews, would that be weird? Would they flag that in some way if there wasn't a lot of action before that and then all of a sudden there's this ton of action and then there's, sort of spurts? I mean, do you think that that's going to flag?
Yeah. Well, I know that Amazon in general is doing this like review apocalypse kind of thing, where if they see too many reviews come in at one period of time, or if they see that Rod is friends with them on Facebook and they leave a review, like those things are affecting the reviews on Amazon. And I've heard of people losing hundreds of reviews in one period of time with just Amazon just going through and just removing them. So I don't think the man, the myth, the legend himself. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sitting here waiting on Slack like a penny waiting for change, and you guys are over on Zoom. I'm sorry, my fault.
Yeah. So I guess to answer your question, maybe not doing all of the reviews in one shot.
So like ask them like over the period of a week, maybe just send them email, ask them. Maybe I figure that out then. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And have you ordered books from KDP? Do you know how long has it taken for you?
Yeah. To order author's copies.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty straightforward. Right here. So once you have your book loaded in there, you can just request author copies.
Do you have to order a printed proof before you let it go live? Because that's how CreateSpace was.
I don't think you have to. I would encourage you to make sure everything is good. But yeah, you can, and it's actually fairly cheap. Yeah, so you can order up to 1,000. So $325 plus shipping.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was the turnaround time for it for you? So
it's right here. So once you put your order in, you can choose how many days of delivery. And then, like I said, it's usually a couple days on printing. So it'll tell you, so it's about 11 days or so in order to get.
Usually ships within 6 days down here. Right above the gift receipt.
Yeah, right there. Good eye. Yeah, so it takes 6 days for them to print the copies, I guess.
Okay.
So 7 days at the absolute fastest.
Yeah, because a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think also depending on, let's see here, let's do an order of 500. Update. Let's see if it changes the shipping.
Oh yeah, good thinking. Good.
Yeah, so it changes the shipping cost, but not the time period. So that's good.
Okay. So you think that we should maybe do it not as a week, but maybe like a whole, as soon as we get it done, start the promotion like in chunks. Maybe he starts talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'd pick a launch day. I'd definitely pick a launch day, and whatever day that is, to, whether it's the first day of the event, and kind of have all your podcasts and have your emails and everything set up to drop that day. But I would have the book loaded in there a couple weeks in advance.
Okay, and then just set the pricing, like high retail pricing for everything?
So how do you want to do it? It's total preference, but I would do on launch day, I would do the ebook at 99 cents. Again, it's your preference, but it's in order to get that bestseller. But I think if we choose the right categories, it's not going to be a problem. I mean, the book looks amazing, so.
And they'll let you put it at 99 cents for as long as you want, because I didn't think that was.
Yeah, it's so like I mentioned, the last couple of people I've been coaching on this, like it wasn't able to drop their book down to less than $2.99. So I don't know if they're changing that. Let's see if I can find it.
Well, I thought there was a KDP promotional. You had to, like in the distribution channel section, I thought you had to choose that in order to get their promotional period.
Yeah, so her book, they won't let it drop below $2.99.
Okay.
So why is that?
It's Amazon's making changes.
Right. So the lowest we can get is $2.99. You're saying?
Maybe I've been able to launch them at 99 cents in the past, but when she launched her book, we just launched that one maybe within the last month. They didn't let her go less than $2.99 on the ebook.
Yeah, Kelly, that's going to affect his launch strategy at the event.
Yeah, I just free book promotions. Let's see, scheduling a free book promotion. I've got this. I'll send you this thing that I've got here from Kindle, and we'll read it over and see what we can. Because it says that they have a free book promotion. You have a couple of options for running your free promotion for the 5 days, and so here I'll zoom this to everybody right now. I don't.
Yeah. So I've seen that strategy before, where you do the free book. Once it's number one in the free book, then you go over to the paid book. Like it's a bold strategy. I think just going in with selling the book is number one in free book doesn't make it a number one bestseller. It's the number one, right?
Oh, I got you. So this isn't 99 cents. This is free. Yeah. So that's not what we want.
Yeah.
We wanted wow, so that does suck, because that totally changes the way that it.
Well,
we'll get you there. Like,
is there any way to know what our bottom line price is going to be, or are we saying that it's definitely not going to be any lower than $2.99? Do we know for certain?
Okay, there's a Kindle countdown deal. Kindle countdown deals let authors, no matter where you're located, run limited time discount promotions for your books that are available on Amazon, yada, yada, yada. And then it has a breakdown of that. Example, $4.99, $1.99. Oh yeah, you can make it like $1.99 for 24 hours, $2.99 for 24 hours. Let me link you guys this one and see if that's more appropriate.
All right, but that's still 100% more than what he wanted to spend.
Well, if we could, yeah. But what Mitch is saying is, in this, even with this, they might not let it go down to below, to what we want it to go.
Right. I want you to be able to answer Rod when he says, "How much can I sell this for?" What's the answer going to be? What's the lowest I can sell this for?
I would say, with confidence, $2.99 for sure. Possibly 99 cents if Amazon allows.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, our current strategy revolves around 99 because Kelly probably told you, we're having our event. There'll be 500 plus people there. He wants them to pull it out and pull out their iPhone and order on the spot.
Yeah. So the only way to know is to upload your book. It's just the final step here. Like, so if you have a copy or the PDF, like even if you have a copy right now, I mean, you could start to upload it.
We're just so far from that, Mitch.
Yeah.
We can save it as draft though, right? Yeah. At the bottom.
But that's no guarantee that they're going to let us do the same thing when we put the real book up.
Yeah. So on the ebook, so on the physical book, that's gonna be priced however you want to price it.
Right.
What, 17 or what's he gonna price it at? Do you know?
I think it was $24.99, but it might even be more than that now. I don't know.
Yeah. So $24.99. Once that's published, that'll be live. Again, you can change the price on that too. So you could do a special discounted price in the beginning. But on so you can always change the price of that too. So and it does take about 48 hours for it to change prices. And it'll give you a breakdown right here on what the cost is and what your margin is and how much.
Can you go to your ebook version of this pricing?
Yeah. Yeah, great question, because we might be able to see if I can drop it down.
Yeah.
Sense. So this one will allow me to go down to 99 cents.
Okay. Okay, hover over that a second. Right there. No.
This one.
Right there, yeah. Range based on your selected royalty plan and converted book file size. Okay.
How big is that book? How many?
So pages? that might be it right there. So
yep.
If you go to the 70, good job. If you go to the 70%, select your royalty plan, select your ebook price. If you take the lion's share of it, you got to bring your price up to $2.99.
Gotcha.
If you go down to the 35%, then you can go down to the 99.
Good job, Perry.
Sure.
All right.
So 35%, we can go down to 99. Okay.
There it is.
35%. Mitch, whose cut is that right there? Our cut is 35? Yeah. So, right. So our cut would be 35. Okay.
Yeah.
And you can change that at any time, right? You could so we put it down to 35.99 cents, and then we change it to 70 and change it to like $10 or something, right? Later on.
Yeah. Mitch, do you have any strategies or pros and cons of which percentage plan to take?
Yeah, well, as you saw there, I guess I can go up to that 70% now. But one of the things that I remember seeing was that when I was publishing, I think it was if you take the 35%, you can publish in other places. And that was why I went with this. So you can publish, I think, in 12 other market spots. But if you do the 70%, I guess, I'm not sure. I thought there was something saying there was something when I did it that said that I wouldn't be able to sell if I did the 70% royalty, I wouldn't be able to do the ebook somewhere else. Like Amazon wanted the royalties or something like that. But I always just kind of went with it doesn't really matter now, but
sure.
But definitely, I would go with the 35% if that's the deciding factor to be able to get that 99 cent.
Well, there's two deciding factors. It's the 35%, and then it's also the book file size after conversion.
How big is that book that we're talking about? How many pages?
100 pages.
100. Okay, so this one.
How big is ours?
It's probably going to be about 250 when we're done with it, maybe more.
Right. So maybe we can get it down to still keep it within a megabyte, or is there a lot of pictures?
I don't know. I don't know anything about the Mo the EPUB file and the Mobi file. I'm not really a Kindle expert on those file size. You know what I mean? I don't know what they are.
So
the pictures are all flattened, and they're all flattened in order to be published.
Right.
So that's not going to take up a lot of space. But everything is at 300 DPI. You know, but when they change it to the Kindle, I'm sure they're changing everything for 72 resolution, you know, so that's going to bring this up. But I don't know about the EPUB and the Mobi files. I don't know if they're natively large or what they do.
So this one's 200 pages, this other book. I don't know if it'll let me get all the way through it, but. Oh, that's the cover creator. We don't want that. Oh, I give up. I was going to go through it. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, don't check out with your 500 items still in your cart.
Yeah, right? Place order.
Do you have any experience with audiobooks?
Yep. Yeah, like we were talking about, acx.com is the site to go to for that.
Okay.
Harry, I'm recording this too, so I'll let you.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah. So.
And you do it all through ACX?
Yeah, everything. So you can upload all your files, or you can hire. So it sounds like Rod's going to do his own voice, which is good for him.
He did his own voice. I'm currently editing.
Oh, that's tough. Good for you. Yeah, so I just hired voice actors to do mine. So.
Cool.
And then, so it just walks you through everything, formatting everything. It's kind of like a one-stop shop.
Yeah, it's just like Amazon there. You can literally choose your book, create a new project. And so what you do first is I think you add your title. So boom, boom, boom. You just select this is my title, and then you can either upload your files or you can have someone go through and do it.
So wait, so you have to already have the book in Amazon?
Yeah, in order for them to sync it, I think. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
And that's what we were talking about, like launching the ebook and the physical book. The best strategy to get that bestseller is make sure they're focusing on those two, and then launch the audiobook maybe a few days later. But get that bestseller first, because I don't think the audiobook adds to the rank to the ebooks.
So you're suggesting 2 days later, but
it takes.
So is the bestseller based on 1 day, 24 hours?
Technically an hour period. Yeah.
Oh, an hour.
Yeah, because it updates every hour. We're looking to just find that magic hour to grab a screenshot for that category and change the copy and the covers and stuff and put bestseller.
Nice. So we probably shouldn't even mention the audio until after the event and use it as a marketing opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then hit that right after, like, now available, #1 best-selling in audio form.
Yeah.
So you think it should go on the ebook and the paperback should go on KDP and be live like a week in stealth mode before the event?
If you're planning on ordering author copies, then I would say almost 2 weeks out. But at the very least, just do the ebook, right? If you can't get the physical book up there, you can get the ebook up there, and then you can always launch the physical book after.
Do you think that we would get them in 2 weeks? It's kind of a crapshoot, hey?
Well, I don't know how much longer you guys need to finish the final revisions on the book.
Yeah, all good questions. All good questions, Mitch.
Well, we've got a month, but our boss is out of town for the majority of that.
Well, I'm just concerned about, getting it through all the checkpoints, making it, approved on the KDP side. And then I'm concerned about the turnaround time of getting them, because they would be what we would need to give out to people at the event.
Well, getting them, Kelly, I think we determined what the minimum was 7 days. So just back that out. Mitch, what's the approval turnaround time?
Yeah, so
well, no, it prints in 6 days, and then you got 3 to 5 days shipping.
No, you can do one.
Yeah.
It's insanely expensive.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
3 to 5. So
if
when
you need it. But yeah, no, you're right. You're right, Kelly. I mean, if we want to save some dollars, yeah, add 3 days to that. So yeah. But Mitch, what's the approval time?
Yeah, so the Millionaire 90-day planner that I did, I wrote it all in 48 hours, and then I requested a copy on Monday, and then it was 7 days later when I actually received that copy. And then the hard copy.
How fast was it approved?
Yeah, so I mean, it went right through. It was the first shot.
So there is no real approval process, is what you're saying.
Oh no.
No, I'm saying, yeah.
You can watch the video. He discusses another book that giving it back. And something off.
Yeah.
Why was it not approved?
So sometimes it's the spine, sometimes it's the cover design, sometimes it's the
something in the interior.
Interior, yeah. So I've seen quite a few things. Again, like as long as you design your cover properly for your page size, which Amazon has all that stuff, and I don't know if you guys have a designer clearly on your team that's helping you with it. So
they outsourced it, yeah. They don't have.
Okay, yeah, and I can. So. But there are like, if you know how many pages it is, stuff like that, you can actually download a template for it.
Yeah.
And you can do the overlay on it to make sure. But yeah, it does take like 48 hours sometimes for them to actually approve.
So you're right, Kelly. 2 weeks is probably.
Well, then and then if there is a problem and you fix it, it's 24 hours before they return again with an answer.
Yeah.
So it can happen.
This one, for whatever reason, I mean, it's already on there, and every time I usually log in here, I'm like, okay, I'll go back through the continue setup, and it'll usually be like, so I'll come back in and I'll update everything, go to the next page, upload the new cover, upload the new version of it, and sometimes for whatever reason the cover is still off or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. But so you get free ISBN right here if you want. Mm-hmm. Then you have to put that ISBN on the cover, or you can use your own.
What do you recommend?
Just to go with the free ones for recently. But then you have to make sure that this is on the inside of your actual cover, right? On your copyright page before you export it.
Rod already has some that he bought.
Okay. And then choose your cover interior. You can choose whatever size you want. And this is based on the formatting size. Upload your manuscript, upload your cover. Yeah.
You used to send out a series of emails to a book launch team. Do you grab a book launch team of people that are friendlies?
Yeah, I mean, affiliate marketing is huge, right? So when you do that preview, like I said right here, your expected cover size is 12.5492. The submitted is 11.753. Right. So these ones they'll tell you, and then sometimes you'll upload it, and it'll still be off. But I don't know. It's just a hit or miss sometimes, I guess.
Yeah. Always something.
Yeah. Because I've changed this one a couple times to bring it up to the right size and uploaded it. I don't know how many cover sizes I have in there. But yeah. A few different covers. Anyways, yeah.
#1 bestseller. I love that. Look at that. Bam.
Right there. Boom. Looks good, right? That looks good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So after you hit that #1, then you added that onto the cover?
Yeah. So I actually, on this book, I designed this book knowing that I was going to pop the #1 bestseller on there. So when I did the book cover, I actually already had the design already done. So as soon as I hit it, I went back into KDP and uploaded the new cover designs.
Nice.
So do you have to get a new ISBN when you do that?
No, it's just changing the cover design. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it's funny. I think on this one, yeah, it's this one. Yeah, the paperback, like it's killing me. So if you order the paperback, it's already there. Like, but you see how like on the Kindle version it shows the bestseller, but on paperback it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's just Amazon. And honestly, I just need to email them, I guess, and say.
So if I ordered the paperback, which version would I get?
You'd get the #1 bestseller on it.
Huh.
But yeah, that's just Amazon, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is there customer support, Mitch?
Yeah, and we kind of went over that a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see, it's Author Central.
Oh, okay.
So I'll see if I can just do it real quick.
No, you don't have to do this. I just wanted to see, if what you thought of the customer service, basically.
Yeah, cover image. So it's literally.
Or phone. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
If I can do this.
Are you coming to Denver?
I made a promise to myself that I want to go. I haven't got a ticket yet, but I made a promise to myself that I would do one more transaction before going. And I have one flip that's in probate. I have one flip that has a tenant in it, like that I was supposed to close on the 1st, but I wasn't closing until they moved out. And then I have another flip that is listed, but no showings. So like, I don't know. I want to go, but I can't do any more mental, I got to get action. I got to have something happen.
Finished. Yeah. A result.
Yeah.
Feel better. I get it.
So
I think the next one's in Baltimore in September. So if you want to think about that.
I'm sure I'm going to end up going. It'll probably be like May. It'll probably sell out and I'll be like, well, I guess I'm not going. But
we'll eat you in there for sure.
Yeah, so send an email and within 24 hours, 48 hours. So this is like we were talking about earlier when you send that email for the categories, you want to give them like 24 to 72 hours to reply. But their seller support's pretty good. So
what categories did you guys decide on, Kelly?
Oh, it's this whole process. It's one of the biggest processes of this whole thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If you want to schedule another time, we can set up a time to go through and finalize the categories and double check them. Or if you want help picking them, I can help you guys out with that too.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Oh, that'd be huge.
Sure. And then I'll send you this link.
Send us that doc. That looks beautiful.
What's your email address?
Kelly@rodcleef.com. Oh, there I am. Tropical Hermit. Go back.
Oh,
yeah,
that
it
one
doesn't matter. Yeah, that's fine.
There she is.
Yeah, that's
all
good.
Right. Boom.
So we'll go through and spend some time and get some numbers with the tool, with the categories and stuff, and then send them to you and then see what you think,
Sure. Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
It's the least we can do. Rod wrote the foreword for our other book, right? So, yeah.
Yeah. You're awesome. Thank you so much for spending.
Yeah. Thanks, Mitch. So I really apologize that I was so late.
No worries. All right. Well, let me know if there's anything else I can do. And then share this with me, this video, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Live with passion. Bye.